Sources of income. Dreyfus Tax-Exempt Bond Fund. Dreyfus Intermediate Tax-Exempt Bond Fund. Dreyfus Money Market Tax-Exempt Fund. Again, no federal tax. Oh, Dreyfus New York Tax-Exempt Bond Fund. No federal, state, or city tax. No wonder you're king of tax-exempt bond funds. Shall we have lunch?
Starting the day with the New York Times won't guarantee it'll be a better day, but it can help make a difference.
Thanks, Sport.
The Times can give you the options that soften the edges and make life a little more interesting and a little more enjoyable.
Read it and weep.
7/5.
With ideas and information meaningful to you, the Times can sharpen your mind and stimulate your senses.
No pizza before dinner, Michael.
It helps you make more of each day, whether it starts your day or just becomes a part of it.
How much salt goes in here, Dad?
Teaspoon.
Every day, you'll discover something to savor.
It's delicious.
What's for dinner?
The New York Times. It adds life to your life.
There's only one thing Betty Furness will buy. News 4 New York. Is there any reason to watch anyone else?
We are going to chat a little more about the Mets this evening, and to kick things off, we have Len Berman here. Marv is out on the field. He was in the opposing locker room this evening, as I believe.
Yes, he was. Okay, we have Sal in the Mets locker room, and within one strike of being eliminated Saturday night, they are champions of the baseball world tonight. Somewhere in baseball heaven, Casey Stengel just whispered the word, amazing. The roof nearly caved in on the Mets in Game 7 today at Shea. Back-to-back homers for Boston in the second off Darling. Evans, then Gedman. Gedman's went off Strawberry's glove and over the wall. But down 3-0 in the sixth. Keith Hernandez with the big hit off Bruce Hurst. A two-run single. Carter followed with a single. And it was tied 3-3. And the bottom of the seventh inning, series MVP Ray Knight, very nearly the GOAT Saturday night, hit the big home run off Calvin Schiraldi. 4-3 Mets. Then 6-3 through 7. And then it was time to call in the cavalry as Boston scored 2 runs. But in the 8th inning, Darryl Strawberry broke out of his Shea Stadium funk. He crushed a towering homer to make it 7-5. Final of 8-5. Orozco got Barrett, and the celebration was on. Let's go to Sal Marciano standing by in the Mets locker room. Sal.
Okay, we're in the Mets locker room, and Ray Knight's getting a champagne bath, and so is Keith Hernandez. First, Ray Knight, the MVP. You came back from the depths of a key era, and you end up being the most valuable player.
Well, Sal, this game's ups and downs. It's a game of redeeming features, as I've said so many times. Just glad to get that opportunity to be up there.
You have your own personal hairdresser here.
Yeah, my buddy here, my best buddy. But the whole thing is, in this game you're going to make errors and you're going to fail. You just don't want to cost your team, your teammates and everything. I'm just elated. I don't want to hear anything about that error, though. I've heard enough of that.
Keith, maybe he doesn't want to talk about himself, but tell me what the Mets think of Ray Knight.
Hey, let me tell you, Ray, a lot of guys have gotten a lot of publicity about being leaders on this team. And I'm speaking from the heart. Okay, Ray and I got so close this year, and we didn't last year because Ray had such a difficult season. And, when you're having a bad season and you're wondering whether it was because of Ray's injuries, and Ray can always hit. I played against Ray in AAA, and Ray had known each other for years, since '74. And just have Ray get the MVP. And really, Ray is the deserving MVP. He got the gutty hits for us and deep in the count behind. But getting back to his leadership, I tend to get most of the press for leadership. But Ray is the unsung hero of this club. Ray's a very giving person, and I honestly feel that Ray gives more to this team than I do. I give myself to this team, but Ray gives himself more than anybody this team, helping the young kids with advice, and it couldn't have happened to a finer man. He's my pallbearer when I die. He's going to outlive me, I know that.
And on that happy note, we leave the Mets clubhouse. Congratulations. Now back to the studio.
Think they'll get any sleep tonight? Oh, by the way, the football game in the Meadowlands, the Giants lead Washington, hoping to tie for first 27-20 late, very late in the game. And finally, we have all been through an emotional roller coaster the last 10 days. A review. Game 1 at Shea. A Tim Tuffle error. And Boston won Game 1, 1-0. Game 2, reliable Keith Hernandez with the error. The Mets threw away 2 games. But in Boston for Game 3, Lenny Dykstra got them going. The Red Sox defense faltered this time, and the Mets were alive. The Boston bubble also burst in Game 4. The agony of another loss, 4 straight home losses in this World Series. It was all even, 2 games apiece. The shaky defense continued in Game 5, another Red Sox win. And if you happen to drop in for Game 6, you saw a classic, as the Mets were given a second life, and the series was tied. Tonight, the picture tells the story. Wade Boggs, while the Mets celebrated on the mound. Turned out to be quite a World Series after all. Of course, we'll have a lot more tonight and tomorrow, and on we go.
All righty then.
Thanks, that was nice.
Yeah. Up next, Al Roker tells us that the sun's going to shine over that ticker tape parade.
Yeah, we'll have his forecast in just a second.
Flight 124, fly runway heading to 3000, right turn to 270. You are clear for takeoff.
Introducing DuPont Certified Stainmaster Carpet. Stainmaster gives you a revolutionary new level of protection against stains and spills that's better than any other carpet you can buy today. Because you never know.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
New Stainmaster from DuPont Carpet Fibers.
Tonight, the sports report is sponsored by Stainmaster from DuPont.
This could be the fall you fall for Eastern Airlines Caribbean. Prices have dropped. The crowds have disappeared, so there's no better time to fall for our 18 destinations throughout the Caribbean and the Bahamas. Eastern San Juan, for example, is just $268 per person, complete with hotel and round-trip coach airfare. Call your travel agent or Eastern for complete details. Love may last forever, but our fall prices won't.
Well, what I can offer you, Jim, is a deal where we'll deliver a month earlier.
I see. A client that feels neglected.
I really don't think that's possible, now.
Can give you the cold shoulder. Next time, stay in touch. With New York Telephone's low regional calling area rates, you can make your regular sales calls and that extra call.
I'm glad you called.
You'll find a much warmer reception. New York works on New York Telephone.
All you need now is a car that won't start. At least one car company won't leave you stranded. If one of their new cars ever breaks down, someone will be sent out to help. Anytime, any place. It's part of a roadside assistance plan called On Call. But the best part about this plan is that it comes with a Volvo. So you may never need it.
I chose the Lee Miles full auto ownership warranty, so now I'll never pay another cent for transmission repairs as long as I own the car. And that will be forever.
I think Al forecast a Mets win this evening, didn't he?
Who remembers?
His forecast is right on.
And now we got great weather for the parade coming up tomorrow. It is going to be gorgeous. Let's take a look right now. Satellite picture. You will see we've got some clouds over the northeast, but clearing is going to set itself in here as high pressure builds in. Great weather coming up this week. So our forecast tonight, cloudy skies, mid-40s to around 50 degrees for the low. Tomorrow morning for the World Series parade, around noontime, we are going to call for 67 degrees and sunny skies for our #1 Mets. And here's how we shape up for the rest of the day tomorrow. We are going to call for
Tomorrow, partly to mostly sunny skies, highs mid-60s to near 70 degrees. And then for tomorrow evening, clear, low to mid-40s for the overnight lows. And our 5 days ahead for you look like this. On Wednesday, partly sunny, 67 degrees, near 70, but then we cool off Thursday. Sunshine, temperature of 57. Friday and Saturday, partly sunny, temperatures in the 60s. So great weather tomorrow. Come on down, 12 noon. It's going to be a party. Chuck and Sue.
All right. Well, we were going to go to Connie and get some viewpoints of the New York fans. However, our line, something's wrong, so we're going to go...
Died.
Huh?
Her battery died.
Her battery died. Let's go back to Sal.
Yeah, let me get one sip. We're back in the Mets clubhouse. Bobby Ojeda, Kevin Mitchell, and Tim Tuffle, who was classy enough to come on after his big goof in the first game, but now he's a world champion.
I'm the world champion, and the whole team is, and we're all very excited about it. Whatever happened to the first game's all behind us.
Okay. Bobby Ojeda. You ain't no... It's Bobby Ojeda.
See, it don't hurt me. See, I have Bobby, how's it feel?
It feels incredible, Mr. Tuffle. Like you're swimming. Feels like I'm swimming, but I don't feel it. I don't feel a thing.
Sal is off the air, by the way.
These are shatterproof. These are... Would you quit drinking my beer?
Do you always act like this, Kevin Mitchell?
See,
You always
I
act
don't
like...
feel a thing. Bodies at your local supermarket.
This interview is now over.
Rainproof, shatterproof.
Yeah, we
So,
want
do we try it?
No. We want to thank Sal, though, for that illuminating interview there from the locker room. That's
We
very
also
nice.
want to thank Connie, who stood by all night
did.
in a bar in New York and nothing. Her
I'm not
battery
surprised that her
died.
battery died, standing by in a bar all night. Of course, we want to remind you at 12 o'clock tomorrow, we're going to have the victory parade for you right here on Channel 4. We'll be there to cover that for you. And, you know, earlier in the evening, they mentioned that the players mainly didn't drink the champagne. They like to spray it around. I'm not so sure
Well,
that's
I
true.
think there was a problem there somewhere.
yeah, I think
we
they're
were gathered
happy
here
guys.
together to talk about some real TV.
Thank you, Mets, for a heck of a season. Good night.